Hi guys, it's Maisie and welcome to another YouTube video. Just want a disclaimer, this top I bought like a year ago, haven't worn before, and I tried to put it on, it like doesn't fit here, so I've literally used an earring to try and like cinch it together. So let's hope there's like no like boob slips throughout this video, but I think we'll be okay. Basically today I want to talk about the stigma behind sex. This is something I want to talk about for a while now, and I'm just like really excited to like talk about it. So I've asked over my Instagram to ask this like array of questions, and what I'll do is at the end of this video I'll go through and answer them ones, but for now I just want to talk about like some things I've been wanting to speak about and be open about for quite a long time now. So yeah, let's begin. So the first thing I want to talk about is the fact that people don't really like speak up about sex. I think a lot of people will be like, oh, I had sex last night, it was so good, and then kind of leave out a blank and not really talk more into it. And I think talking with your friends about sex is something that should happen a lot more, because I feel as if sex is pleasure. Like, sex is something that simply a lot of people enjoy, and it is enjoyable. And just when you say like you had a massage and you enjoyed it, you went to the beach and you enjoyed it, you've done this, you've done that and you enjoyed it, yeah, and you enjoy sex as well. Like, it's not something that you should hide and feel as if you can't talk about and stuff. And that's not like your fault, it's literally this generation. But the fact that everyone in this world is born by having sex, like, it's just such a natural thing. So I think when you have sex, I think it's so normal to talk to your friends about it and actually go into detail, because people can say sexual like positions and stuff and say they've done this and done that. I don't think a lot of people go like in the gory details, because I think a lot of people, and like I felt this way like growing up a lot, like I might have been like scared to have sex because I was like afraid that I was gonna do something wrong, or that like I don't look the right way, or I need to look a certain way, and oh my god, what if they're gonna judge me? What if they're gonna tell people it was really bad and I get that name for myself? And I felt like really like embarrassed in the way my body looked, and I felt really like ashamed. Like, and I think a lot of people feel this way as well, like with men as well, like, oh, if my dick isn't big enough, like what if I don't come, what if I come too quickly, what if I don't give her pleasure, what if I don't give him pleasure, what if I do this wrong? But like, you're never gonna grow, you're never gonna change if you don't talk. And you need to talk to your friends being like, look, I'm insecure to do this thing with this guy or this girl or whatever, because I feel as if I don't look a certain way. And I think the more you kind of open up and talk about it, the more you're going to realise that a lot of people are in the same position and a lot of people feel the same way that you do. And the more you realise you're not alone. Like, I remember a few weeks ago I spoke to a group of people being like, this happens to me during sex, like, am I weird? Every single person in the room said it happens to them as well. Every single person said it happens to them as well. Not one person said it didn't. And I kind of just stood back and I was like, fuck me, I'm not weird. Like, it's the most normal thing. Like, it is so normal. Like, why is it not spoke about more? Like, the fact that, like, I think it's okay to talk to your friends about like the gory details about having sex, because I think there's no gory details. I think it's so natural, it's so normal, it's literally your body, like, it's pleasure, like, it's okay to speak about. And I think leading on to that subject when talking to your friends, I think it's also important to talk to your sexual partner. Let's don't get me wrong, if you have like a one night stand, maybe you don't really need to, but like if you have like a regular sexual partner or you're in a relationship, I think it's so important to talk to them, because if you're like fake moaning and being like, oh, that feels so good, well, you know, for a while he's literally rubbing your leg, like, it doesn't feel good. Speak, and the same goes for guys, like, speak up, like, say stuff. Like, you're not gonna feel comfortable within your skin and enjoy the sex like amazing if you don't feel it. Like, you need to talk. And like, if this person's like, I want to do this position, I want to do like anal or whatever, and you don't want to do that, like, say that. Like, really just communicate. And the more you communicate, the better it's going to be. Like, I had a sexual partner a while ago, and like me and him had these conversations like, I like it when you do this, I like it when you do that. And like, yeah, some people might find it a bit of an awkward situation, but like, it made sex 10 times better because we knew what we enjoyed and stuff like that. And as well, like, I think if you're like in a long-term relationship, or you had like a long-term sexual partner, maybe like add in like stuff like, I like it when you're more dominant, I like it when I'm like more submissive, I like it when we do this and do that, and like add stuff in, make it more fun, like kind of spice it up. And like really just like the way you're gonna enjoy sex more is like speaking about it more, I think. So in my opinion, I just think speak to your friends. If you feel too scared or something like that to do something with someone, really just speak up and realise that you're not alone, or get advice. And if they're gonna judge you, then they're not a friend, and like fuck them. And like, yeah, it's gonna be too late if you tell them and they're gonna judge you, but like you don't really want them in your life anyway. And I'm lucky enough to have an amazing group of people in my life that if I feel as if I want to talk to them about something relating to sex, I can, like, and it's just like brilliant to me. Like I really like to like open up about sex. I think it's just such a normal thing. The next thing I want to talk about is protection. Such like a boring convo for a lot of people, I know, but like if you're with someone and they're like, I don't use a condom, or they just pull it in and they, like you feel that you didn't see them put on a condom, you're like, ah, it's literally inside me now. And don't get me wrong, I'm guilty for this, I've got to be honest. And you're like, fuck it, it's already in now, like carry on. If a guy doesn't want to have sex with you because you want to wear a condom, you don't want to have sex with him or her, whatever, like, you don't want to have sex with them. Because this same goes for guys, like if you want to wear a condom, she's like, no, you don't have to, but then you know, like that is like disease or something like that. But like, oh come on, like I want to wear a condom, like, or I want you to wear a condom. And like if, especially as well, if it feels better for guys without a condom, if you don't, like obviously it's different, sometimes you're okay to not wear a condom, but I think like if you feel as if you want to wear a condom and the person that you're with is pushing you not to wear one, you do not want to have sex with them anyway. Like you can literally pull so much better than that, like you don't want to do that. And I think sometimes it could be different if you're in a relationship or you have a friends with benefits or you're with a sexual partner, it's been quite a long time now, and then the only person you're being with and you're not using a condom, that's fine because you're not like sleeping with other people and stuff. I just think obviously everyone's different, everyone has their preferences, but I think if you don't want to wear a condom and it's been forced on you to wear a condom, don't fucking shag them. It's either their choice, condom or fuck off out the door. Like it's literally like, that's just that simple. The next thing I want to talk about is something related to my Onlyfans account, and something related to porn stars or strippers. I want to talk about the fact we kind of get stereotyped as the biggest whore or the biggest slag ever, and it's like that's not the case. I've realised since doing Onlyfans, a lot of people's message me being like, so like when are we gonna shoot content together? Like, can I come round? What are you doing? And like, you get that like 100 times more from people, like majority of people you know. And like, I'm now labelled as someone that sticks around because I have an Onlyfans account. And the thing is though, it's not bad to stick around. Oh, fuck off, it's not bad. Stop bringing that stereotype that it's a bad thing to do that. It's not. Sex is good. If you enjoy sex, sleep around. It does not matter. As long as like you both enjoy it and all that shit, go for it. But I think like it's so like rude that people have so much assumptions that because I do this in my life, I'm the biggest fucking slag going. Just because I post my nudes online doesn't mean I sleep with every single person. So that's like a really shit like stereotype. I also want to talk about the fact that people be like, I want to be a stripper when I'm older. If all my life goes shit, I'm gonna be a stripper. Like, why is that like a bad thing? Like in secondary school as well, it was like, if all my life goes shit, I'm gonna be a stripper. Like, your life could go good and you can still be a stripper. Like, I think as well, like it's obviously to do with age and generation, but I think like, why are we taught at such a young age that like having that as a job is such a like bad idea? Like, it's not. Like, it's literally normal. Like, it's such a good fucking job. Basically, every single person in this video has clicked on Pornhub and then deleted their browser history and acted like they never did. Like, come on, like you've all been there. So like, you can't judge someone for being on the other end of the camera filming that content because you're getting your pleasure out of it. So you can't really complain at the person for making the content. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're gonna be like, oh, she's a slag. Like, she's amongst in the streets, or like he or whatever. Or you know full well that like you're the one like wanking off them in the middle of the night. So like, make up your mind. And the same goes for girls as well. You'd be like, a lot of people as well were like, oh, she's such a slag for posting, like making an OnlyFans account, or being on porn or something like that when you know for a while that you like literally masturbate to like porn. I hate to be open and honest about it, but it is the truth. Like, I think it's such a like truth, like you got to realize that like, so what, like so be it, like it's a job at the end of the day. Like, I wish it wasn't so like frowned upon and so judgy for doing that as your life choice. I wish it wasn't. The next thing I want to talk about is for the sake of doing it. So I'm gonna talk about my story with me, just to like kind of get the story going. So I've been with guys before, and there's been times where like, let's have sex. I know in my head I don't want to, but I'm like, yeah, let's do it. That isn't their fault. That is not them sexually sorry, because I said to them, yeah, let's do it. I don't feel that in my head that I don't want to, which isn't their fault. It's obviously me being too afraid to speak up. So obviously there's that side of it. And there's also been times where I've been in sexual like situations and they're like, let's do this, let's do that. And I'm like, I don't want to. Like, I had this situation where I was like, I don't really like want to, like I'm not really in the mood. And I was too afraid to say no. But I was able to say, I don't really want to, like, it's not really for me, sorry. Maybe like another time, sorry, it's just not for me. Also, I've just noticed the skateboard's in the corner of my room because I'm looking after the dogs at the moment. And like, it keeps the dogs out. So I'm just gonna keep them out for like 5 minutes when I make this video and then just like, let back in. So that's the skateboard situation, guys. So yeah, I feel as if like, with that situation I had, it went on for like 1 or 2 hours of this guy being so persistent, being like, let's do this, let's do that, let's go in the woods, let's go in the shower, X, Y, Z. And I was like, I don't want to, like I really don't want to. But instead of saying no, I was like, I don't really know if I feel up for it, being like, I'm not really in the mood. And just making excuses, being like, I don't know if I really want to have sex like in the woods, and be like, I'd rather just do it like at a different place, and just making an excuse, like get the message. And like out of the blue, just got his fucking dick out, and I was like, come on. And I was like, come on now, that's like too far. But the thing is, I was too afraid to say no. And instead of saying no, I was saying stuff like, I don't want to. But then I also think that should be taught. Like, you can say no, but you can also say, I don't really know if I'm in the mood, I don't really want to. That still counts as no. Like, it's kind of obvious, like kind of read the room situation. I think a lot of people don't read the room. And I think that's why like a lot of people, both genders, has gone through a lot of sexual harassment or sexual assault. And it's such like a touchy subject, so I'm really sorry. But like a lot of people's gone through it because some people don't know boundaries, and I think as well that needs to be like spoke about. I'm not going to go too much on that subject because obviously it is a very touchy one, and I think it's quite like an emotional subject. Something else I want to talk about is like rumours back in secondary school, which also again is linked to the generation and making us grow up believing that this is wrong, this is right, etc. I remember when I was in secondary school, people say, do you watch porn? And I'd be like, no, I don't watch porn. I don't do that. Like, I've never masturbated in my entire life. Like, I don't do that stuff. Yeah, I did. yeah, I did. But why was I so afraid to, like, be honest about something that's so normal? It's because we were taught that it's not normal. Like, you shouldn't be doing that. And when I first masturbated, I thought I was the most weird person ever. I was like, no one else does this, because no one else spoke about it. No one else spoke about that. I thought I was so weird until I started watching porn and then doing this, then doing that, and then realising, okay, it's normal. Like, but I like to learn that on my own back will. Like, because schools, yeah, will have like little like sex ed, use a condom, because otherwise you'll get A's and you'll die. We don't really talk about like the actual like pleasure, masturbation. We don't talk about that. I mean, it's such a normal thing. Like, I remember there was like rumours going around like, oh, she fingered herself with a hairbrush or whatever, and people was like, ew, really? That's disgusting. No, it's not. Like, why are we brought up to make that, like, make people feel as if that's disgusting? Like, it's not. Like, you should not be ashamed of having sexual pleasure. You shouldn't be ashamed of making yourself feel good. Like, you shouldn't. So don't let yourself feel ashamed of it. So now on to like the Q&A part. I obviously asked on my Instagram to ask a set of questions, and I only picked a few because some of them wasn't like something I really want to talk about, but I'm going to go through the questions that was asked. So the first question was, what's your opinion on casual sex without any attachments? Yeah, like fine, 100% fine. As well, like it's literally fine to have casual sex. Like I've had multiple one-night stands. I'm not afraid to say it. But like, I think it's so normal. Like, sometimes you want sex, and it's also the time as well. Sometimes in your life you're not going to have a sexual partner, and sometimes you're in your life you don't want to have that person who's a sexual partner. and if you want sex, you're just gonna go have sex. Like, it's not a bad thing at all. So the next question is it okay for a 20-year-old to have no sexual history? With this, I don't know whether you're the one that doesn't want to have sex, or like you can't find someone to have sex with, or maybe you're not ready to have sex, but whatever the case is, it's fine. Like, it's so normal. Like, come on, you're literally only 20, and if you wanted sex, like if you really want sex, you can just go on a dating app and you can easily find it. But if you're not ready to have sex, that's also so okay. But whatever the situation is, it's so okay. Like, it is so okay to be at that age and not have sex. Like, do not feel embarrassed, or do not feel as if you're like not good enough, or do not feel as you don't look a certain way, or maybe if it is this case that your dick isn't big enough, whatever it is, like, don't feel ashamed. Like, it's so normal. And like, if the person's gonna judge you during sex, like, that's more of them problem. Just walk out the door. Like, if they're gonna judge you, they're not right. You don't want to lose your virginity to them, or do whatever you do with them. You don't want to. Just walk out. I think as well, like, if someone wants to have sex with you, they're not going to suddenly change their opinion on you once you put down your boxes. And obviously I'm speaking for myself and speaking for the people I know. And if someone is going to judge you, like I said, you don't want to have sex with them anyway. Like, really, just, I think it's really important to do it in your own time. Do it with someone you feel comfortable with, and make sure there's communication in it. I think a lot of people are so insecure they want to have the light off during sex. Or they want to do it at night where like you can't see the body. And like, I've gone through that phase so much until you realise no one cares. No one cares. Like, no one's gonna judge you, and if they do, like I said, I know it's gonna be really hard because it's gonna hurt. It's gonna be like, why do they care? But like, you're gonna soon realise that, fuck me, like, if you're gonna judge me, that's more of a you problem. I don't want to have sex with you if you're all gonna judge me. Like, just leave them. Like, you'll find someone else that's literally gonna adore your body head to toe in how it looks, all your flaws and everything. They're gonna literally adore it. So like, come on. Like, I think I'm quite a hypocrite for saying this, because every now and then there has been times I'm like, I want the light off. But like, it's okay. Like, it's okay to have that. Like, it's okay to want to have the light off, but as well, you've got to realise that like, your body is your body. Like, it literally is your body. Like, you're living with this every single morning. Every time you go to bed, you're living in this body. So you've got to like love it, and if you want to change it, that's fine, but like, accept it for what it is in this present moment. Like, your body looks like this now, so accept it for what it is. You're so beautiful. Like, you don't need to feel ashamed to have the light on or off. Like, as well, that's the same thing as speaking to your friends about it as well, is then you'll realise you're not alone at all. Like, a lot of people feel so insecure in the body that they're in, when it's such a normal, natural thing to feel that way. And I'm not even just talking about the light on, I'm talking about the whole situation, about like not wearing your top or XYZ. You're gonna soon realise that it doesn't matter. Like, it really does not matter, and like, you're beautiful the way you are. And this goes for men as well. Your cock size is enough. That's so embarrassing. Why did I say that? So the next question is, why is female masturbation so profound upon? I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like, I'll put my hands up and say I fucking masturbate. Yeah. And I think majority of you do too. Like, but why do people not talk about it a lot? Like, guys are so open to be like, oh, I need to wank. But when it comes to girls, like, they don't really talk about it a lot. And like, I'm quite open about it. I'm so open about it. Like, I'll be like, oh, last night, oh, this morning. Like, I'm so open about it. Like, it's a normal thing. But I wish it was spoken up more. Like, 'cause it is so normal. Again, it is quite sexist. Like, why is it okay for a man to talk about having a wank, but when it comes to a female, we don't really talk about it? Why is that a thing? Like, it's such a normal thing. Like, be open. Like, it's so normal. The next question is tips on getting a girlfriend when I have epilepsy. So I'm going to take this in any sort of thing you've been diagnosed with, or they said you have, and you're struggling to be in a relationship or get a girlfriend or a boyfriend or whatever, because you feel as if they're going to judge me because I have mental health. They're going to judge me because I've been diagnosed with this. They're going to judge me because I have this disorder. If they're going to judge you, again, it's a them problem. Like, I struggle a lot with my mental health. I have loads of mental health disorders that I've been diagnosed with. And I'm lucky enough that if I've ever been talking to a guy, they haven't judged me. They have not judged me. They've been there for me so much. And like, as well, like, you want to be with someone that makes you feel so safe and secure in the person that you are. Like, they make you feel good enough, make you feel as if you can be so comfortable around them. and you can so be yourself around them, and you want to have that feeling, like you want to have that feeling of butterflies when you're with them. My phone just crashed. I have no idea what I was talking about, but what I was trying to say is make sure you're with someone for the right reasons. And I'm not going to give you tips to get in a relationship, because I think it will come naturally and you shouldn't have to change yourself or be a certain way to find someone that you love and that loves you back. I think that's all just going to come naturally over time. So just be patient with yourself, learn to love yourself the way you are, and it's all just going to come naturally to you. And I also think if someone's going to judge you because you've been diagnosed with something, then it's something that you don't want to be with them anyway. Like, you're worth so much more, and put up your self-worth at the end of the day. Like, really put up your self-worth and realise that, like, you don't need a partner to be happy, and you don't want to be with someone for the sake of being with someone. Like, be with someone because they're the person that makes you feel happy. So yeah, that was all for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any more questions, just let me know, and any video ideas, put in the comments. And yeah, make sure to follow my social media handles. They'll be linked in the description, including my Onlyfans, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, etc. So make sure to go check it out. And also, if you guys enjoyed this video, let me know, and also let me know your opinion on the stigma behind sex and the false reality of what it is, and the fact that maybe we should be more open about it. So just let me know in the comments how you feel about that situation. And yeah, bye guys, thank you for watching.